So it is Christmas Eve, and Shani, Scott, and Melz on the MIC are back.
Yes, we
It's
are.
Shani and Melz in the morning. We're here.
Hit that button for y'all. Come on, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It is, yeah, Merry Christmas Eve. So do you still have shopping that you got to do?
Yep. Not a gift is wrapped. Not nothing is done. I'm still waiting on Amazon packages at this hour to come in. So, but we ain't wrapped nothing. Like we went and did some Christmas shopping yesterday, last night, and which was an annoying experience for me and myself because every
Why
time
was it annoying?
because every time I stepped up to the register, I had to peel off another $100 bill.
Oh, okay. I get it. I see.
That's
I
what's
see.
annoying about this whole situation. Every time we walk to the register, it's pull out another 100. Pull out another 100. Pull out.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. We don't need all this shit. So yes, this is a stressful time for a lot of folks, and and I know I was talking all that trash yesterday about make sure you don't spend that much, but man, watching these hundreds get peeled off and giving it to these folks, I ain't too happy this morning. So, but we could be honest.
Oh, so
I know
you spending a lot.
it ain't no me spending it. It's the wife spending it. So we don't need. They don't need all that. They don't need this. They don't need that. But this is a special time, but happily, all my kids are here. My son just got in from college yesterday.
All right.
He's here, so we all together as one big happy Ohana in this house.
So what year is this for him? Is this his junior year or sophomore year?
Should be
Junior year?
senior year. Matter of fact, it's junior year. Yeah, this is the wrapping up of his junior year, and he's headed into his senior year now. But he's probably going to stay a little bit longer and get some master stuff done and all that other
Oh,
stuff.
look at that. Aren't you the proud dad?
Yeah, I'm super proud of my boy. He was, matter of fact, he popped in yesterday while I was doing my show, and he scared the hell out of me. I was being recorded, and he popped up. Boy, what the hell you doing? Oh, I forgot. I did pay for you to fly out, Joe.
That's good.
I'm so upset that I'm losing money at this outrageous clip that at this point. So, but happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas, special Christmas edition. You know you off from work, you ain't doing nothing, so you might as well tune in and come rock with us right here. What's good, Charles? How you doing, my brother? And Merry Christmas to you too as well.
Hey, Charles Shaw. How are you doing? Charles Shaw is in East Texas. Charles Shaw, meet Jamian and Melz on the MIC. This is your new program director for the new Kiss.
All new 107.3 Kiss FM. Not
Yeah. Because I'm about to say
ain't no hot no more.
what it was up under me. Yeah.
Ain't no hot no more.
It's Kiss.
It's Kiss.
I left and now they kissing.
Yes. We had to switch it up. You know why we had to switch it up. You know why we.
Yeah, most definitely.
It was much needed, and it's a done deal now. So, but big shout out to everybody in East Texas. I appreciate y'all. I'm back on the air this afternoon, as a matter of fact. So tune into the show 2 to 7 p.m. on the all new 107.3 Kiss FM.
Yeah.
But how you doing today? How you holding up this on this Christmas Eve?
I'm doing well. The girls want to go do a little shopping. They want to go pick up some stuff for some people that they care about and love. So a little bit later on, I'm gonna take. Well, actually, after this, I'm gonna take them because I'm working today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working. I got people I got to put on the air, and then I have another show that I have to do today too later on. Big Bing's Break Room will be on at 8:00 tonight.
That's right. Check out Big Big's Break Room for the nighttime conversation with Shani Scott and the team over there, Big Bang, Action Jackson, the whole team. But some sad news we got to pass along. We're going to start this show off with some sad news from the world of hip-hop today. As you heard yesterday, was all over the socials. Ecstasy of the legendary group Houdini, a.k.a. John Fletcher was his government name, passed away at the age of 56. No details as of the cause of death or anything like that. But it's a sad day, man. Sad day for hip-hop. But another sad day in 2020. Still can't get out this motherfucker. With some sad news that day. But, of course, you know him well as the brother with the Zorro hat. That's how I knew him. That's how I knew him, man. I know him. That's how a lot of us remember him as the brother with the Zorro hat. And, of course, a gang of hits in the early 80s and the start of early hip-hop. This one right there.
Hey.
How many of us do the girl have?
I mean, I can count how many I have.
How many do you really have? This was the song that's still relevant to this day. Friends, you know what it is.
Hey, how many of us have them friends we can depend on? Friends. How many of us have them friends?
Come on, come on.
Here we go, and it's fun. Let's be friends is a word we use every day. Most of the time we use it in the wrong way. Now you can listen again and again, but the dictionary doesn't know the meaning of friends. Hey,
The bars. Bars this morning. Like, let me get this. That's the bars this morning.
man, I loved Houdini. I loved Houdini. I knew every song, but I still have the album. I got the vinyl. I got all the vinyl, man.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Because that was a song that pretty much put them on the map. That was a classic right there. But of course,
Yeah.
this I gotta say this is probably my favorite Houdini song. I know it's a very popular song, but this is one of my favorite songs. I think this beat is just so.
Oh, to the V, to the E, with the guys are free.
To do a rap song based on love.
The L, the L, the L, the L. The O, the O, the O. And the V, and the V, and the V, and the V. The E, the E, the E, the E. Love. The words love and life both have four letters, but there's two digits all together. Cause I'm like Vinny Bay, but just like the wind, they blown away.
What? Hold on, let me do it. What?
What? Listen.
All right, let me see if you got this one. Let me see you got this one. Let me see.
Okay, let's see.
Let me see you got this one. Let me see you got this one. Look, there we go with this one. Let me see if you got this one. Oh, hold on, I messed that one up. Hold on, let me hit that one. There we go.
Hey, yeah.
Uh oh. See, you got that
Y'all don't know nothing about that. Cause a lot of people got this problem. They got this problem bad. And yes, this was my song. For real, for real. Mouth almighty. Tongue everlasting. Yes.
You might not put it on me when I put it on the
Laugh. Angry and all uptight, but you can say what you want. Just spell my name right. Cause I'm excuse me, now if you like Levette, you tell all your friends, and if you don't know, wait till you see me again.
this mouth. Cause I don't keep that shit to take my advice. Yeah, because one day I might not laugh. Tell you my
Right, your mouth might write a check, your behind can't cash. You got a big mouth. Big mouth, a big mouth.
mouth almighty.
Tongue everlasting.
Where you get that bar from, man?
Yes. And
Man.
you know I say that all the time. Don't write no check, your ass can't cash. that's right. He said it. Your mouth might write a check, your behind can't cash. And people do it every day. They
Man.
write a check, their mouth writes a check that they cannot cash.
That's why I said. That's why I figured that's one of your favorites right there. All right.
Yes.
We're gonna give you one more before we get up out of here. Of course, probably one of the biggest records that they ever came out with. You remember it well. From the yeah.
Oh yeah. At night, the freaks come out at night. They come out in the day too. The freaks come out. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night and in the daytime too.
Now, hold on
The
now.
freaks come out.
I don't know if I can share my screen on this video or not. But we got to talk about
Pop
Ecstasy.
it up there.
These little short shorts that he got on in this video.
Oh yeah, he had some nice legs.
That was
He has some real nice legs. Yeah, pop it on up there.
Let me see if I can put it up there. There we go. Let's go ahead and run this tape back already real
Let's
quick on
see.
this one. Let me.
Hey, look at him. Baby, he was hot, honey.
Talk about it.
Baby, ecstasy had it going on.
I gotta hit the button on that one. What? Oh, look.
Yes, and he had the nice little chicken chest.
Listen, young people, don't ever sit there and let these young older folks tell you about your clothes. Y'all wearing these skinny jeans and all this. Look what y'all consider was rocking back in the day. Look what y'all
Baby, ecstasy was looking good.
look at what your uncle and your daddy was rocking back in the day. Your uncle and your daddy used to come outside looking like that with little short shorts on like that, with leather jacket, no shirt on, with a hat on. Look, your daddy, they used to come out there like that. Don't let.
Yes,
So don't,
work it, ecstasy, work it.
so listen, young people, don't you ever let these people talk bad about y'all clothes nowadays and y'all skinny jeans. That's what y'all uncle and your daddy used to come outside with. They thought that was hot. They used to pull all the women with it.
You left off the biggest song.
What's that?
That like the biggest song. Who sampled it? Was it Ice Cube and Oh my God, they sampled this song.
Which
I think it's Ice Cube that sampled this song.
not I'm a hoe.
Yes, that was their song right there.
Hold on. I got that for you right there too. Hold on now.
Yeah,
We get that up there too now. We can get that up there too.
that was the song. But most people remember the remix. Was it Too Short and Ice Cube?
Well, a whole lot of people probably got with it.
I'm ready. Here we go.
Hey,
What's happening?
Going up there
I'm
real
going
quick.
to check out a few skis over there. You know. Yo, man.
It's over there. What y'all know about that?
Tonight, I know. I'm ready to the wild.
hey, and there's the green eye one right there. Yes,
Some say it's an art. Some say
say
it's
it's the same, son.
nobody.
Your name,
High, and
and
I'm
I'm a gigolo.
whatever you go. So
Hey,
don't act like you don't know. When I peek out the freaks in the front row, I'm a rapper James, that's the rapper X. We're no more playing tag team sex. When I get you in
the
the
song is a mess.
well, let me tell you a story that's definitely true. When I came to the party, I was by myself.
Myself, 9 times out of 10, I don't.
Hold on, man. Hold on. We go. It's too early in the morning. It's too early in the morning for all that. For all that.
It's midday now. It's midday. It's midday. We can, roll with the Houdini, but rest in peace, rest in love, ecstasy. He
Rest in peace.
definitely contributed a lot to hip hop, especially with them leather jeans.
Yeah.
Them
And
leather pants.
that hat is the thing. That hat is the thing. A lot of cats started rocking that Zorro hat back in the day. So rest in peace, John Fletcher, aka Ecstasy. Some sad news in the world of hip hop we received yesterday. And look, 2020 ain't done yet. We still even got some more sad news earlier this week from out of here in this area, out of the North Texas area as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Pastor Fred passed. And Bink was talking to me about this because he was like, Shawnee, you know who Pastor Fred is? He does the feature on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. And I was like, nah. And then as I thought about it, I was like, oh, that's the man that did the Popeye's chicken. But I was corrected. It was
Whataburger.
Whataburger. So if you're wondering who Pastor Fred is, this is Pastor Fred. And some of y'all probably remember this because this. I think I cried in the car when I saw this.
Yeah, this went super viral.
The Whataburger biscuit.
In the mountains, biscuit. He did this. No, this was great. That's a word right there. That's right. Sing that fast.
Sing it.
You just feel that though. Just felt that though. Feel that.
baby. With his Bruce Lee t-shirt on. I know. Tell us,
Man,
Pastor.
that's right. You know what? Also, what's
Hear it
also
call my name.
doubly sad about this is, he sounds like Bishop Rance Allen with this, so he's singing it so hard.
I know. And we lost Rance Allen this year as well.
Right. So
Oh my God. That is just that I remember watching that in my car and I was like, is this for real? Whataburger needs to they
Whataburger got
listen, they need to break him off something for real for that because he advertised it. Hey, DeShannon, how are you doing this morning?
well, they did. They did. Whataburger did get with them, and they did a little. I think they did a little campaign with them, and did put them in some commercials for a little while, and so
Oh,
yeah,
that's
they
good.
came through and showed love because they knew they couldn't pass up on that free promo. They knew better. They knew better than to let go of this free. Matter of fact, here it is right here. Well, matter of fact, that's not it. This is a news story about it. But Whataburger did get with him and hooked him up with some stuff as well because of it. So they thanked him a lot for that.
They
So
thanked him financially the way that they should.
yes, put it like that. Yes. So
Two,
rest in peace.
rest in peace to two people that definitely did good for the culture.
No doubt.
They would be missed. Our prayers and thoughts are with their families and friends. And it's really it hits harder when it's the holiday. You
No
know.
doubt. And of course, he if you didn't know, it's being reported that he was affected by COVID-19, Pastor Fred. So
Mm.
that's so again, more reason for you to remember to keep wearing your mask and protect yourself and your family out here, especially as we get ready to go into these holidays. Be careful where you're going. If you ain't got to go, don't go. If you
Don't
ain't got to
go.
go, fam, don't go. Don't go. Protect yourself. Because everybody ain't got the setup like Shani got at the house. Shani got the whole setup. Got
Yeah,
the,
if you come over here, you got to go through COVID screening to get past the front door.
go through a whole screening process to get through Shani Doe. So that's fascinating stuff right there. But what else we got on the agenda today? As we on this Christmas Eve, because
Well,
before go ahead.
you know, your president, or our president, I should say.
Hit this button for that. What? Who?
Hey, he is our president. We do have to kind of
Who?
respect the title.
What? I don't know. Look, I call him the current occupant because all he doing is occupying the space right now until we get that joke out of here in January.
Well,
Talking about
according to ABC News, Trump is on a pardoning spree. So he just uh-oh.
uh-oh. That's your YouTube.
Mazda giving us some money? I'm trying to figure out.
That's
Mazda
YouTube.
on here talking. Mazda, we need our check in the mail. But word is that he's granting clemency to Roger Stone and Paul Manafort. Now, those were two that were convicted in the probe into the Russian meddling in the 2016 election. So he is going to pardon them.
Yeah.
And
Well,
wasn't this that's his election, right? Yeah, when he
it's all his
called
buddy.
Hillary Clinton a liar and said he was going to throw her in
Yeah. He's
jail and all this stuff.
basically he's looking all his buddies up who stood up and stood up for him and took the brick for him and these Russian investigations and he took the L's for him. And now, which they've now connect the dots here, people. Y'all say the Russian investigation was a hoax and all this other stuff. Well, the United States just suffered a series of cyber attacks on its infrastructure from Russia. And your president ain't said nothing, ain't doing nothing. Instead, he hooking all his partners up with pardons who helped them out in this Russia investigation. So if you can't, y'all love putting conspiracy theories together, but y'all ignore the ones that are right there in your face. They doing it right there in your face. Y'all keep talking about all this deep state, but there wasn't the only one. He also pardoned 4 military contractors who killed a bunch of women, unarmed Iraqi civilians, including women and children.
Wow.
Go home. They sending them home, and that's the problem, But look, again, let's be clear here. pardons are part of every president's uh, thing when they leave office. They always hook their buddies up. They always hook up people that they close to with, because Barack Obama did too. He did hundreds of pardons, mostly to those who committed nonviolent drug related offenses. But
Right.
the problem with Trump's ones is he's hooking up his partners. You can tell he's hooking up his friends who went to jail for him, but he's also hooking up like a whole bunch of people who shouldn't be getting hooked up. So that's where the outrage for this is coming from. Because again, this is what he was. This is what we expected. This I expected this was going to happen because every president does this. They always hook their buddies up when they're getting out of office. Just like with this stimulus package, I told
Yeah,
we said yesterday, and we now would say this yesterday. That
we
stimulus
did.
package, it was all they're hooking up all their buddies before they leave office because they know the next administration they might not hook them up. So might as well get these hookups now before I leave office. This is why you got to pay attention to these election cycles and stuff like that. So, your thoughts on that, though? What do you think? What do you think about these pardons?
I think that, well, of course, what I think isn't going to happen, but I think that they should. I could deal with it a little bit better. I would applaud him a little bit more if he even worked more with Kim Kardashian on pardoning some people that she's passionate about. And I know people like, what? But I mean, at least she taking the time to research and find out what has happened, what's going on. You know, she's willing to work to help it. And I know people say, oh, why is she doing that? She's just, listen, just because she made a sex tape some years ago, she made a bad decision. That doesn't mean that she can't say, okay, now I want to be an attorney. It's not like it ain't in her blood. You know,
Well, let me say this. And I'm gonna say this, and people think I'm crazy, but you have got to believe me when I tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Kardashian is doing all of this because she's preparing to run for president of these United States. Believe
and what's wrong with that?
me now. Listen to me now. Believe me later on. Because people, you know why? Because people laughed at me when I said that. People, what you smoking on? Let me get some of that weed you smoking on. No, I'm trying to tell you what is happening. The cult of what you after you've elected the reality show president, you presented the fact that the cult of personality is a real thing in these United States. And Kim Kardashian has 100 million verified followers on social media. 100 million. Donald Trump only got 50, 60. That's about enough people that you can convince over time to vote for you when you run for president. Kim
I mean,
Kardashian.
but what's wrong with that? I mean, I think if that's her aspiration, go for it, boo boo.
Look, I'm not saying don't go for it. I'm just telling you when it happens, don't be surprised. Because I'm telling you, because you know what's going to happen when she does. Everybody, oh, she had a whole sex tape and all this other stuff. Yeah, but
I mean, we just had a president that got sex tapes that has made all kind of derogatory remarks against women of all colors and races. And I think what's significant about Donald Trump winning the presidency is if you didn't really believe that you can be anything you want to be, after that happened, it should have been that thought should have been solidified in your mind that yes, I can be whatever I want to be because I mean, this is something that he, in my opinion, that he took as a joke. If Kim's aspiration is to be the president of these United States, I say go for it. Doesn't mean that I'm saying, oh, I'm supporting Kim Kardashian or I'm not supporting her. All I'm saying is that if that's her dream and that's her aspiration, she should go for it. That's like the quote I posted this morning. Live each day to create the reality to make your reality better than the dreams that you have.
right.
And okay, so I mean, we all done did something in our past.
Right. But that's what I'm pointing out. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because everybody keeps, Kanye. Oh, Kanye say he gonna run for president. Kanye is doing the legwork for Kim to get Kim set up. That's why I can't, because again, like you said, how if you were able to look past all this other stuff with Donald Trump and elect him president, that gives Kim Kardashian, the Kanye Wests of the world, everybody that you open up the floodgates now. And now, so all these celebrities are going to run for president. The Rock, even you had a portion of this population say they want The Rock to be president because that's what we've come to. We've moved away from voting for, or it's turned into what it is become a popular, what has always been a popularity contest, but now it's about straight popularity, nothing else, nothing more. Not policy, not government, no nothing, just straight popularity. If you're popular, run for president. Because and I think that's why Kim's taking the bar, and that's why Kim is getting involved in government stuff. Is because when you come back in a few years and say, and when she says she runs for president, and all these people start bringing up all the sex tape and all this and all this other stuff, what you did, you ain't said that when you had Donald in here. And plus, look at the work I've actually done. I've actually gotten people out of jail. I've actually done good things in the community to help out. So don't be shocked. Don't be outraged when it happens. I'm just telling y'all. I don't want to hear it. That's the one thing I'm been telling everybody. I don't want to hear. Oh Lord, why she? I don't want to hear it because Melz has told you this back in 2020. I told you this was coming in 2020. So again, I'm not knocking her wanting to run. I'm just saying that this is the monster you created with the cult of personality in this world right now.
But why is that a monster that's created? That's why is that?
Because again,
I mean, we had celebrities that were in politics before Donald Trump. You had the Hulk, and there was another guy that was a governor that was a wrestler.
Jesse Ventura was a governor. He ran.
Yeah.
And he actually did, and he did damn good with his state. He did damn good with his state, but he never sought high office after that. He did his term and he left office and never returned. He saw what he and it is rare, and that those exceptions usually prove the rule. And that's
why is that an exception if this is her aspiration? I mean, why is that a monster that was created? Because the American people voted Donald Trump in.
Again, a monster created because we again have moved away from picking people based off intelligence, policy, smarts, things that and ideas and plans that can move us as a people. We're voting for people based on cult of personality, fame. That's a problem because these people are not necessarily smart. And they might not necessarily. You've seen this with the last 4 years with Donald Trump. You might not necessarily pick the smartest people to lead things and help you out in this position. You're just famous, and that famous for what? I mean, that's.
But if she's doing the work
again,
to learn the law
now, that's why I got to knock it.
At whatever point she does that, then. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think, like with President Trump, he ran for a PR stunt. Okay, I think the things that he's doing now, like some of the things that he's saying, some of the antics, are just so the American people and the world can continue to talk about him. He's really good at making himself relevant.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, if you really sit down and think about it and break it down, he don't care if he's the president or not. Right. He just wants to make sure that he has a piece of history, and that his legacy stays there. And he's doing that. And if you're a Trump supporter or not, the more fuel that you add to that fire, you're assisting in that. But if you ignore it and just, and we stop, giving energy to it, then that might all change, but we won't do that. Now, for him, that's just what it was. But I mean, you look at the guy that who is this guy that 50 Cent did that show on? That was he's running for mayor now. The black guy. He was in jail for something. I can't remember why.
Right.
But now he's running for mayor. He wants to, be in political office. And just because he has this background, I don't think that should stop him. If you got the passion, I don't care if you were a drug dealer, prostitute, pimp, you was in the slum, in the gutter, you have your moment of awakening and you realize, okay, this is what I want to contribute to society, and you're sincere about that and you put in the work.
Yes, but that's again, all that is fine and good, and I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is, be careful of those who are doing it for the sake of their fame and their and the thirst for power. We've handed over our power of government and our power to legislate ourselves to everybody that's rich. and rich or just famous, and that's what you have to be aware of. Again, I'm not saying don't vote for, or I'm not knocking people who who have been a part of the system or anything like that, that are looking to find change and be a part of that change. That's like saying Ice Cube, for example. People were criticizing Ice Cube just for getting involved in the discussion, even though he ain't, for all that. I don't knock that. What I'm saying, be careful of is these people who are famous, who have celebrity, and are just looking to get into a position of power. Be mindful of that, because absolute power corrupts, absolutely. And when you give these people your power, they will corrupt it. So that's all I'm saying is be careful. And it goes, and celebrities are in that list too. Like I said, you see what happened with Donald Trump over the last 4 years, and you see what he's doing now. You giving him the power to go ahead and do whatever the hell he wants, and he don't care.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
so that's the thing you have to watch for. That's what I'm saying. Be careful of, especially. And again, I'm not saying Kim Kardashian is on that tick, because she's doing the work. She's doing the work to show that she's worthy of your vote. To be honest with you, she's doing the work to show that she's worthy of it.
Yeah.
So, but again, but be
I
honest.
think Kanye is messing it up for her,
But
really.
and that's the person I was gonna go to now. Look at Kanye. What is he? What exactly has he done to show you that he is deserving to be president of the United States besides talk shit and say he got shoes and all this other stuff? I mean, and again, that's who you need to watch out for. But I think, and I say this before, I think Kanye was doing all of this as sort of a research project to get Kim ready to know what kind of obstacles and flaws she can avoid when she decides to run for office.
I don't think so. I think he was hating.
I don't think he was hating.
I think he was hating because, and sometimes that happens in a relationship. The other person will throw some salt in the game to, stop their mate from
But
accomplishing certain things. And it happens. It
but
happens.
but she was just been working on getting folks out of jail. I don't think his thing was all about him just,
But I'm pretty sure they are married. If her ultimate goal is to run for president, they have probably had that conversation.
which they have because
So stay in your lane, Kanye. Just support her. Get behind her and push her. Don't because because unfortunately we do look at, well, she married to him
Mhm.
and he doing all of this. you know, so it becomes a factor. But if you know this is what she wants to do, just get behind her and support her. Don't add no extra seasoning or nothing. Just stay in your lane, support her, and push her to get to where she wants to be. Because Kanye, I love Kanye as an artist, and I understand a lot of his what we call rants. I get it. I understand where he's coming from, but and I applaud them for remaining a family. I applaud her for sticking with him through everything and not just, saying, oh, I'm embarrassed, packing up and leaving and trying to take half because, some people would do that. So I applaud them for keeping their family unit together. But just, Kanye, just keep on making your little rants and your gospel songs and let her do this other part.
Let me show you something real quick, because this was a photo of them taken pretty much a couple of days after his whole presidential thing where he made the announcement and stuff like that, and they were spotted in a drive-through arguing. And I think when you was talking about that, I kind of thought about this photo.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I thought about, because I'm quite sure she's probably telling him, "Look, I'm trying to get my life together and do everything I need to do to run for president. And here you come with your silly shit. Go take your meds and go sit your ass down somewhere." I can see that's that's being said in this picture. I'm trying to do right here, but you over here with that silly shit. And because you seen after, even before election day, he shut up with that bullshit. He stopped talking about running for president. He stopped with this whole campaign and this whole charade. He put a stop to it, and that tells me right there that they had that conversation. They probably had this conversation and said, "Look, man, you effing this up for me, dude. like you got to stop."
And some men they don't want to see the woman. It's not saying that they don't love their wife or their significant other, but when it get real, and you see that this person, that your woman is about to be getting more attention and she's about to have this power, some of them don't know how to handle that.
Absolutely.
They don't understand that, okay, even though I'm in this power seat, it's still us. This is us.
Right.
yes, these people are pulling for me, and I have to give this kind of attention here, but home is still important.
Right.
You
That's
know,
that's why I come back to with that. But like I say, we got way off track on that one. But Donald Trump. But that also goes into something that we talked about yesterday about self-esteem, egos, things that people inflate themselves. And I got a scientific study done by Cornell University that confirmed that today. That's something we talked about yesterday. Because yesterday, if you missed the show yesterday, you can go back and check it out here on the social medias, here on the break room page. But yesterday, we talked about how self-esteem, and Shani is of the belief that men have low self-esteem, and I told her no,
not
it's
all men, not all men,
not all
but
men.
let me give you an example as you're going to like the whole Kim and Kanye thing right there. He
Uh-huh.
got some low self-esteem. That's
Uh,
low self-esteem talking.
and
Okay,
she said that's low. I'm telling her that is high self-esteem talking. And when you have too much self-esteem, you can screw up your perception of things and make yourself look stupid. A recent study by Cornell University found that most of us think that we're better than we really are, and that most of us are fooling ourselves. Oh, let me hit this button again. What? You're fooling your damn. You're drunk off your own. You're getting too drunk off your own self-esteem. The study found that while many of us overestimate our own good qualities, we're pretty good at judging the lack of those qualities in others. Like we pretty good at judging who, we can tell when who's a F boy and who's an F girl right away when we first meet them. But again, we tend to think of ourselves way more better than what we really are. Because some of us, and this is something I always go back to saying about trash. We all got our trash about ourselves that we don't address, and that's why I pointed out yesterday, Shani, is high self-esteem that gets a lot of dudes in trouble. I'm overconfidence can make yourself look crazy out here in these streets. That's all. So
I
science,
think that's what they verbally say, but deep down inside is that, and that's true because I didn't become a better person until I started dealing with, who I was, and oh, okay, well, Shawnee, you got to stop and consider that. All right, you are a little hard on people.
Mhm.
You got to recognize everybody wasn't raised in the same type of house that you were, and everybody has different experiences. And until you take that time to look at the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror, and understand that your flaws, all of them, and accept them, and
right?
decide which one, because I know for me, I'll use me as an example, so won't nobody feel like I'm talking about them. But I had to, say, okay, and I mean, like, really had to sit down and do it and say, these are the things that could come off negative or offensive to someone else. Am I happy with that in me? And if I'm not, then okay, what am I going to do to change that? If I'm okay with it, then I have to understand that other people might not accept it, and I got to be okay with that.
Right.
It's just learning yourself.
But
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 Kanye got some low self esteem. That's why he.
but then
And let me raise up off Kanye because Kanye has some other things going on. Real stuff happens in real life, and
right.
we all go through something. The difference between us and Kanye has a bigger platform, and more people are watching him, so it's a little bit more pressure.
Absolutely.
So the stuff that he's doing ain't no different than Lil Pookie down the street. He having the same problems and acting out the same way. We just don't see it the
But like,
same way.
but like I said before, this study found, like I said, the thing about the study is it's about your self-examination. That's what it comes back to about self-esteem. We esteem of your mother himself. It's about
Yes.
yourself. It's
Self
about
esteem. Self. Yes.
you. It's about, and that's why I say a lot of us are, and that's why I was saying yesterday about self-esteem, and you were saying low self-esteem. No, sometimes we can think too highly of ourselves. Kanye is the perfect example of someone who thinks way too highly of themselves. He calls himself, you've heard people say, I'm a genius. I'm this. I'm the greatest. Look at your president right now. I'm the smartest. I'm this. I'm that. When you have people who do that kind of ish, you know they're not being real because they haven't done any self-examination of themselves and recognize that they ain't perfect and they don't have these, they got these flaws. That's why I was pointing out yesterday about one of the problems y'all. That's why women, y'all knocking these dudes. I'm telling you, these dudes is out of line out here. A lot of these dudes is out of line with their self-esteem. And that's not low, that's high. That's way too high, dangerously high, to the point that they are fooling themselves. They have tricked themselves into believing that they are this person when they really are not. They not that. And that's what you got to be careful of out here. Just proving my point. That's all. I'm just proving my point. I just proved my point. Science tells them. Science proved me right. I'm happy. I'm thankful on this Merry Christmas. Thank you for proving me right. Because again, some of y'all don't do self-examinations. Let's be honest. You don't self-examine yourself to see what qualities you have about yourself that you need to change.
But I think they do know. I still say, I think this is okay. Listening to you, I think we're saying the same thing. However, you're saying the glass is half full. I'm saying that it's half empty.
Right.
Because, when they started that whole motivational thing and speak these things into existence.
Right.
Okay, so they're speaking and saying, oh, I'm this, because they know they really not.
Right.
So they playing this psychology thing on them. So to me, that's, you got low self-esteem, and fix the low self-esteem and start really believing in yourself and what you're saying, instead of just, thinking that poof, I'm going to say, oh, I'm a magician, and poof, I turn into a magician. No, it's some work that you have to do to get yourself there to be a genius or to be great. They know they ain't great. These dudes know they trash. Females too.
That's why
we know when we raggedy. We know when we raggedy.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes folks don't. They don't pay attention. Like I said,
They know.
like I asked this dude yesterday. I asked him what he's gonna do with the stimulus check, and he gave me this answer.
2 chicks at the same time, man. Because chicks dig dudes with money.
I told you that's what these dudes be saying with their self-esteem, man. They be thinking they get money, they get a little money. What you gonna do with your stimulus money, my brother?
2 chicks at the same time, man. Because chicks dig dudes with money.
So they gonna each get $300? I mean, what?
No, what you're saying is right, though. What you like I say, I think we're saying it in semantically different ways.
Yeah.
Your perspective, like you said, your perspective is half full. My perspective is, but it's the same thing. Like you say, and I guess, and you're right about that though, because people do say that. Like I guess when you say when you're the king and the queen of some media, I guess you got.
But see, we said some media, not all media. The king and queen of some media. See, we didn't get on here and be like, we the king and queen of all media. Y'all peasants beneath us. We said some
That's
media.
That's why we put some in there so we can be clear. Look, let's be realistic here. Look, we checked ourselves with that, like, if you will. We checked ourselves. We ain't go all the way hard with that. But no, I mean, and I get that. I get what you're saying as far as people say these things and dream up these ideas of grandiosity and grandiose to trick themselves into moving into a better position in life. And a lot of us have to, because this is something we talked about recently, about you having to do that kind of stuff. You had to say, you know what? You had to wake up and say, you know what? I'm better than what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I'm better than this. But are we talking about the same thing here? Because we're talking about motivation versus reality. And I think that's what we're talking about. I think that's where we have a difference of opinion on this. We're talking about saying something to motivate you to get to where you want to be versus you actually living that truth. I think that's where we're different at, right?
Kind of, sort of. Because the reality is the self-esteem is low, but they trying to motivate themselves into thinking something different. But
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you.
reality is, yeah.
I just look at it from that perspective. If if you're trying to motivate yourself to raise your stuff, and you have to believe it. I mean, you really do. I mean, in
You
order.
got to believe it. You got to do the work. So I'll use me as an example, since you put it out there. Yeah, I have a lot of people that'll tell me, "Oh, Shawnee, you're great," or they'll refer me and say, "Shawnee is the person that you want on your team to have you do X, Y, and Z," and Shawnee can do it,
Mhm.
but Shawnee wasn't operating at her maximum level, and meaning, the whole 360, not just making the calls, putting in the work. But if I have to do a Zoom call with somebody, am I getting on there with my hair in a ponytail, a t-shirt, and my, looking like, I just rolled out of the bed? Or is Shawnee just doing, he got to a point, okay, well, I said I'm gonna wear my real hair. So I just wore my real hair. Okay, but we know, you and I know what it takes to get some of the things that we need. And then when okay, this is what you got to do to get this,
Right.
do that. Even though the name carries the weight and people know that they'll get, I didn't want to keep presenting myself as half-assed. That's the best way I can say it. And
Absolutely.
so you got on me about it. Gary with the T got on me about it, and some dude I don't even know. He just heard me talking one day, and got to sending me a message talking about, look, you need to da 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 da.
That would have hit my nerve if some random dude would have hit me up with that bull.
It was a random dude. He said the same thing that you and Gary with the T told me, and I was like, okay, Shawnee, come on, get it together.
That was also just a part of us, being friends and being fam. Telling you,
Yeah.
we recognize your great, we recognize your greatness, and and again, that's where the difference comes in. When you have fam and friends that recognize your greatness and want you to tap into that, then yes, we are going to say something that's going to boost your self esteem and get you rolling. Uh,
Well, light a fire under your butt, and then, and the thing about that is, everybody can't take that. But like I've said, like everybody that's in my circle, and I mean, my friends get on me. I only want friends that are honest. I don't want nobody to sugarcoat nothing and be a yes man or yes woman for Shawnee. The people that are in my circle will tell me real quick, look,
gotta get back
and
to it.
I don't take that as I know that it's coming from a place of love, and everybody doesn't, understand. They be like, oh, they hating on me. No, they ain't hating on me. If they say, please tell me so I can get it together real quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Please let me know.
Absolutely. But that's what the hope is. And again, this that's not an ego thing. It's just we love you. We want and we recognize, when you see somebody that's done great work and done great things and they're not living, and they're not living up to their full potential, it is incumbent upon you as a family member, as a friend, to say something to that person to get them back on track. And not saying that you didn't have any of that going on. It was just like, look out, like you the queen of this shit. What is we doing here? What
Yeah.
is you doing?
What's your problem?
You out here in the slums with these bums? Nah, I'm gonna need you to get out of here. What are you doing? Because we all need, you need somebody like that to remind you of your greatness, and that's what it is. Again, there's a difference between inflation and telling somebody that they need to get back on their ish. And a lot of y'all are involved in inflation right now. Let's be honest. A lot of y'all are inflating things that don't need to be inflated. So fix that.
Today.
Today. 'Cause y'all here looking crazy out here. I'm just saying, y'all here looking crazy with all this other stuff. But man, what else we got on the show today, man? We still got a few more minutes left.
Yeah, we do. So, we were gonna talk about Chadwick Boseman today. He somebody that is just, oh my God, words just can't explain. This is when I fell in love with Chadwick Boseman.
Okay.
Get on up. That is my favorite movie. Not only did I fall in love with Chadwick Boseman, but I fell in love with James Brown too. I mean, we grew up with James Brown, so we knew who he was, but I didn't look at him the same way that I would look at like a Michael Jackson. After Chadwick Boseman did Get On Up, oh my God, I was in love with James Brown, and unfortunately he had passed. But before James passed, I was able to go to his radio station, that strip mall that he owns in Augusta, Georgia, because we were stationed there for a little while.
Uh-huh.
And I remember just, feeling like, girl, you was stupid. You worked at the radio station in Augusta, Georgia. You went to James Brown radio station, and you never tried to even make contact with this icon. But Chadwick did an awesome job playing James Brown, and that's when I became the biggest Chadwick Boseman fan of all. Last night when I was braiding my daughter's hair, I came across My Rainey, My Rainey Black Bottom, My Rainey's Black Bottom on Netflix, and I realized that Chadwick Boseman is in this. He delivers.
This is his final performance.
Yeah, this is his final performance in a movie.
Mhm.
This is his last performance, and everybody on the set just talked about how great he was, and even his wife, because she came with him. He knew, of course, she knew what was going on, but everybody on the set didn't know, and they just talked about how supportive of him she was, doing this. Denzel Washington chimed in and said when he saw them, the two of them together, he pulled Chad to the side and said, "Hey man, you need to put a ring on that." And that kind of, encouraged him to go. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was probably thinking about marrying her. But I don't want to get all Chad. We're going to come back to Chadwick Boseman. But
Okay.
I don't understand. Why does another man have to tell you need to put a ring on that? That's like the second story that I heard like that in the industry, where another artist told another older artist told a younger man, you need to put a ring on that. Do y'all already know that you need to do that and you just need to push? You scared? What?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But you also got to remember that these guys are dealing in that Hollywood world of circle of fame and celebrity and stuff like that. And it would probably behoove you to find you a mate that can look past all that celebrity shit. You know what I'm saying? And see you for the person that you are. And I think that's what it is with a lot of these. And I think that's why Denzel and guys like that speak up. Because when you're, like I said, I look at their situation as unique. No, not all guys do this stuff. Let me be clear on that. No, not all guys do this stuff because we don't know, that situation. I know I've told guys, friends of mine, look, man, you need to do right by that woman. I've said that before and told them, that's why you're in the situation. Especially if they call me with that bullshit about, because we will call each other with that bullshit about, man, old girl ain't acting right. This, and your girl is okay then, champ. And I would be one of these guys that would indulge them and listen and hear all and be like, but yeah, man, forget what she's talking about, man. Do this. And then after a while, and after being in a marriage myself for decades, I came to realize I don't want to hear that shit. What you do? How do you? All right, so let's talk. I get down to talking to them about, okay, so what's the problem? Let's solve the problem. Let's figure out what you can do right by that woman so you don't have to deal with this kind of nonsense no more. And I think that when you think about it from those terms, but when you think about it in terms of Chadwick Boseman, one of the most famous people on the planet, Denzel Washington, one of the most famous people on the planet. You got women coming at you left and right. You can get any woman down to any woman on the planet you want. Damn near. But you got a down woman that's with you now. That's not involved in your celebrity, involved with your fame, not involved in none of that stunts. Sometimes you probably got to tell them, man, look, you better go ahead and lock that in because somebody else will. So you might as well go ahead and lock that in. And I think that's what happens in a lot of those cases with famous people like that is, you find somebody like this that don't care about your celebrity, don't care about your money. You better take care of her and love that woman and do what's right by her, or else the next joker ain't. You're gonna be one of these, you're gonna be one of these 10-time divorcees in Hollywood, and then what is that? Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin. I'm sorry to pick on Eddie Griffin. I love Eddie Griffin, but Eddie Griffin got like 6 different baby mamas. Been married like 6 different times. Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
I hate to pick on cats like him, but he talks about it in this act. He got all these baby mamas. You don't want all these baby mamas. You know all this drama. You see Tyrese and all this baby. You don't want to be like Tyrese crying on the screen, talking about I want to see my baby. And all.
Oh my God, yes.
When the OG like Denzel Washington comes up to you and say, because you look at OG like Denzel. Denzel don't be in that mess. You don't hear Denzel being involved in no mess and no BS. He got a strong black woman by his side. Look, if the OG tell you need to marry her, well, look, all right, yes sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because Denzel, if anybody should tell you the right path, is Denzel Washington. Because you don't hear about him being in no bullshit.
Yeah, he not about that drama. But Chadwick Boseman's final performance as T'Challa will also air in an upcoming series on Disney Plus. So there's this series called What If, and in this, Chadwick is T'Challa, and so. Okay, let me not try to. So it focuses on alternative universe stories of Marvel heroes, asking, yeah, what they would have become different if what they would have become if the circumstances were different. So Chadwick became Star-Lord instead of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
Okay, and I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's sometimes next summer on Disney Plus. That's What If on Disney Plus. And right now you can check out Ma Rainey's Black Bottom on Netflix with Chadwick Boseman's last movie performance. So
So yeah, they also Marvel Studios announced that Boseman's role as T'Challa in the Black Panther would not be recast.
yay!
Get somebody else to play this role. They said they're trying to figure out how they're still going to go about doing it. We talked about this before. I think it should be Shuri.
Sorry.
I think Shuri. I really do think it should be Shuri from the sister because again, the Black Panther character and role is something that is passed down. And according to the storyline, if you're going to stay true to the storyline of the comic, Shuri is that person. Stewart say stay off the brown liquor. No, sir. Got to get on that brown liquor. But you are.
My mom said hello.
Oh, hey, Miss. Hey, Shani Mama. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Green. How you doing?
Start that shit now. We ain't gonna start that shit. Let me stay on topic real quick.
Your daddy, I said, hey.
You were talking about that What If series. The What If series is animated. So he's going to be Linda. So that will be Boseman's final voice. It's just his voice. But we also, like I said, we're going to keep our eyes on that on Black Panther 2 and what they're going to do with that. They haven't announced what they're really going to do with that role, but they say he will not be recast. That will be his role forever, as it deserves to be. We can't replace that brother. You know what I'm saying? We can't replace him, and don't even try to. Especially when you knew that he was fighting through this disease and everything to bring us these roles and kept it quiet the whole time. It just kept the fight going.
I think it's too. Oh wait,
what?
That feedback. But I think it's too early to do that. Maybe 50 years from now.
50
years from now. Yeah, then somebody can remake it.
Oh, okay.
But not right now. No.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time, but the pain is still fresh within us. You know what I'm saying? And because that was just a shocker of all of the losses that we had in 2020, that was probably one of the most shocking. Was Chadwick Boseman. But because we suffered a lot this year. It's been a lot of loss this year, man. It's been a crazy year as far as 2020 is concerned, and we lost a lot of folks that we come to love and appreciate. Debo, just so many people. It's just so many names to count. I've lost track at some point because it seems like every other week or two we're having to push a story out about somebody that we love, that we grew up with, admiring, passing away.
Well, we are in the 40 club, so
Well, now we supposed to. No, we
just saying.
we get better now. We supposed to be. Look,
I know we're getting better, but we're getting older. So those people that we grew up watching, they getting older too, and
this is true.
at
This is
some
true.
point they got to check out.
But damn it, I look. We look good for our 40s. I don't give a damn what anybody. You remember back in the 40s, you was 40, your ass you already had mad gray hairs and was looking like you'd have been through it. But then again, you know, our parents and our grandparents then had to put up with racism and they had to put up with real racism and real stressful ish that we had.
Yeah, Stewart said 2 things you can't replace: Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther and the guy who plays Victor Newman on The Young and the Restless.
I agree with you. You can't replace Victor Newman. You cannot replace Victor Newman. He's still on the show, ain't he?
Victor Newman?
Yeah. Eric Stratton, and that's his name, Eric Stratton.
I don't know. I don't watch soap opera, so.
I think that's his name. Hold on, Victor Newman. That man's name is not Victor Newman, by the way, because everybody think that man's name is Victor Newman. As a matter of fact, when I type it in, people put in there that look, they got a man name and everything. They got a whole Wikipedia. His name is Eric Braden, by the way. Eric Braden is that man's name.
Oh, his real name.
Yes, it's Eric Braden. That's Victor. That's the real name of Victor Newman, who's still doing the damn. Yes, he's still on The Young and the Restless 40 years later. 40 years he's been doing that show. But
he done turned into Victor Newman. That's why.
That's what I said. That's his name. Nobody know the man's name is Eric Braden. The man named Victor Newman. You see the man in the street, Victor Newman. It's Victor Newman out here in these streets. Look, grandma, and look, he done romance everybody from your great grandma on down to your mama right now, and they know Victor Newman and they love them some Victor Newman. Look, this man done romanced 4 generations of women out here. But shout out to Victor Newman. We done got off track. My bad.
Well, tomorrow's Christmas, so
you working?
Yeah, I'm working, but I don't think we're doing a show.
No, we ain't doing a show. My Saints play tomorrow. Shout out to the Who Dat Nation worldwide. The Saints play tomorrow. America, you get to watch one of the great football teams play tomorrow for your Christmas break. The Who Dat Nation plays tomorrow against the Minnesota Vikings. Enjoy the games. Enjoy the presents. All that good stuff.
But we'll be back Monday, right?
If you want to.
We'll be back Monday. We're going to start doing this every day with you guys. Well, Monday through Friday. Let me say it like that.
Weekdays.
Yeah, weekdays. Because
I don't know about Saturday because, you be running around on Saturdays as well.
Yeah, Saturday's the track day with the girls, so.
They got track this weekend? No, they ain't got track this weekend, right?
No, they're off until next week.
Okay. Well, we appreciate y'all for checking us out. Don't forget to download the Media Room 360 app in your app store right now. That's right.
Now.
It's a free download. Lots of great content and lots of shows, including Big Bank's Break Room that's coming up later on this evening. This show you'll find there. And also some incredible exclusive content you ain't going to be able to find anywhere else. For real. Great TV shows, great movies. My girl got a whole network going. So go download that Media 360 app right now in your app store. It's a free download. Just search for Media Room 360 and cop that right now so you can watch the show live every day with us. All right?
Yeah, and if you have a podcast that you would like to have aired on the platform, hit me up. Send me a message in my inbox. Well, post something on my timeline first and let me know that you sent something to my inbox because I don't check it that often. Okay.
No, Poppy, no.
Hit that no, Poppy. No. Be careful in the inbox.
Yeah, you can send me an inbox message, but
No.
on one of my posts say, "Hey, Shani, I sent you a message," and then I'll know to go look.
Make it public first. So let me get public first, because y'all. Like I say, that ego, don't let that big self-esteem get you in trouble now, because Shani will look at you and say, look at you.
Look at you and look at me.
How dare you? How dare you even approach this trying to holler? Look at you. Just look at you. Oh, that shit hurt my soul thinking about it right now. I hurt my soul thinking about it right now. A woman told me that, boy.
I have never said that to anybody.
You should, though.
I don't think I have.
I think you have. I think you should.
I know I've thought it a couple times, but I don't think I've actually said that to somebody.
Look at you.
Wait a minute. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah, you had to have. You can't come just off the top. That was said to somebody before. Now look at you. That's terrible. That's so. Oh, that hurt my heart thinking about that right now. If I was to holler at a woman, and she just said, "Look at you, man. Let me go sit." I'll say, "Well, yeah, look at me. Let me go sit my dumb ass down." So
But it wasn't like that. Like, we're gonna have to do a show to explain because it wasn't like he making it sound.
it's gotta
It
be.
was
It's
not
gotta
that.
be. It's gotta be. Look, with the short look with it too. Look at you. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, girl.
Well, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody. I think after Christmas, Kwanzaa starts. So happy Kwanzaa if you're celebrating Kwanzaa.
No doubt.
Happy Hanukkah, whatever you got going. Happy, Merry, cheery, all of that to you and
Happy
yours.
holidays. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus.
Festivus.
Happy Kwanzaa and whatever you celebrate. You know, happy holiday. That's why we say happy holidays. We don't know what the hell y'all celebrate nowadays. So that's why we say happy holidays. There's no war on Christmas. We just want to respect everybody because not everybody celebrates Christmas.
Yeah.
All right. So happy holidays. And we'll see y'all next Monday. All right. Don't forget download the free the Media Room 360 app. And you'll catch you tonight on Big Banks.
Big Bings, 8 o'clock.
Catch her tonight. Big Banks. I'm pointing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
catch
if you need some word, I think the church is gonna come on. I can't remember.
See, we gotta fix that because we go.
No, I think the Full Armor Ministries out of Lubbock, Texas. I gotta check with them and see if they're gonna do their broadcast tonight live.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But y'all
Okay.
finna. So get this word in your house.
Get this word in your house. Get
This word.
in your house.